The neighborhood in that Lake Los Angeles area has been warned that a sexual predator is moving in. But often we never know who's living next door. It could be a rapist, it could be a child molester. So what exactly is the notification process? In this Fox 11 Investigates, Phil Schuman says it's not as effective as you might hope.
There are 240 sex offenders registered just in this South LA neighborhood. One of them, Damian Bell, whose name, picture, and address were on the Megan's Law sex offender website because of lewd conduct with a child. He had been living in this rundown apartment complex at 62nd and Hoover, 2 blocks from a high school. But now he's in custody again, charged with raping 2 teenage girls, accused of abducting them in broad daylight right off the street.
I didn't know anything about it.
News to Cassandra, who lives nearby.
I thought that if someone was to move into your community that's a registered sex offender, that the community or the people that live in the area is supposed to be notified.
There is perhaps some misunderstanding over this word notification. In most cases, you don't get a letter sent to you in the mail. The police aren't standing on the corner with a bullhorn. The notification is the Megan's Law website.
It's unreasonable to think that every mom and dad is going to go in front of the computer every night and see who's moved in the neighborhood, who moved in 2-3 blocks away from their house. That's a potential danger for their children.
Former sex crimes prosecutor Ambrosio Rodriguez believes police must be more proactive because if you don't have internet access or don't check it, you have no idea that a Damian Bell might be living next door.
He was a ticking time bomb. I mean, he was. And he showed that as his behavior kept getting worse. We're really going to get serious about preventing this from happening again. We have to take a much more aggressive approach on how we notify people and not just say, well, it's online. Because you know what? Not everybody's online.
You may have heard about the so-called pillowcase rapist, Christopher Hubbard, to be released in the remote Lake Los Angeles community over the strong objections of neighbors.
Not here! Not there!
But that case has an important legal difference. He was officially labeled by a civil court a sexually violent predator. So state law in that case requires local authorities to be notified when and where he's going to be released, and there are typically public hearings for people to object. But to simply learn whether a sex offender registered with the state is already living near you, the website's really the only way. Searchable by name, address, or zip code, assuming the person follows the law and reports where they live.
It's unfortunate that more people don't go on the Megan's Law website because it's a very valuable tool.
LAPD Detective Lauren Rauch, who's worked sex crimes for years, says there have been isolated cases where police have gone to the community to alert them about a particular individual. But there are just too many for that to be done on a regular basis.
Try to focus on the ones that are especially important. And also, if you're doing mass notifications, if you're saying every single one of these people is special, it kind of numbs it down.
It's a public safety issue that demands attention. California leads the nation in the number of registered sex offenders with more than 100,000. Phil Schuman, Fox 11 News.